Welcome to TeeTekTrab Super Channel.
Well, hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in to TeeTekTrab. Again, that is TeeTekTrab signing in with another reaction video. That's right, this is a reaction video with the homie Hearth Card Maker. Feel free, if you guys want to be a member of the TeeTekTrab Super Sub Squad, feel free to click the link in the description below. Also, if you guys want to see more of this, don't forget to hit the bell. Thank you guys so much for watching. Okay, so yeah, looks like we got some mountains. Oh,
I was raised in a small fishing community
all
on
right.
the eastern side of Canada, surrounded by the Gulf of St. Lawrence and the Boreal Forest.
I don't know where that is.
The entirety of the land was close to 4,000 square feet, with
Okay.
an even smaller number of residents sprawled out over Main Street
He's-
and some farming houses which had been converted
he's
into
giving us some
residential homes
exposition
when
here.
agriculture stopped being profitable. In total, our community is surrounded by a vast expanse of ocean and a seemingly endless barrage of trees.
Wow, it's a lot of trees. I'm
Most of
seeing
my
it.
life hunting in those woods. So you can imagine my joy when my parents got me a hunting dog.
Oh, you like to hunt?
While
That's
they are more
fine.
fit to be herding and tracking sheep over grassy plains rather than rabbits and deer through the dense forest, it didn't stop me from taking him on every excursion I possibly could.
Okay.
Sandy had been by my side for enough hunting trips that he'd grown accustomed to waking up just
Oh, okay.
before
Little
dawn,
doggy.
and on a few occasions helped track down small game.
Sandy. Sandy sounds like a good dog.
Through the considerably large area of forest. Sandy wasn't my property, and
Oh, of course
he
not.
wasn't treated like he belonged to me.
Is your
He
friend?
was a member of the family.
Yes, he was. I
his
knew it.
companion,
I knew that's where you were
first
going with it.
friend. I think fondly back on all the times that he'd sit in the front seat of the truck without being told, ready to go for a walk in whatever part of the forest I took him to. I can
Okay.
honestly say that there
Sandy's a good
will be
dog.
dog that will fill the void Sandy left in my life.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Others relate to that sentiment.
What happened?
It was
Something
October
happened
30th,
to Sandy.
the first day of hunting season. And I'd been talking with my family about taking Sandy and my hunting gear and some essentials to one of the cabins my grandfather owned in his heyday.
He's giving us some
Unmarked road
deep explanation here.
in the wilderness. This was not
Take a breath.
protest. Nothing could stop me from putting in some time looking for wild game in an area that wasn't already picked clean by illegal hunters earlier in the month.
Oh, wow. You guys gotta fix that. Illegal hunters. It's not good. Oh, some sound effects. Oh, I can hear it.
I spent most of my life in the wilderness.
Okay.
There were only a handful of times that things had gotten really weird for me.
How weird.
Usually everything can be explained with scientific reason.
Oh, okay. So you're a scientist and a hunter.
So on the first,
Interesting mix.
chalking it up to being nervousness of a dog that's capable of hearing far-off noises of various coyotes, wolves, bears, and moose.
Yeah.
This was untouched territory, of course. And there had been plenty of time for wildlife to set up camp here, too.
Okay. Yeah.
The first night was fairly normal. I had set up Sandy's bed in the corner of the living room, next to the TV that looked like it came out of the early 90s. I figured I'd give
An
Sandy
old
the
TV?
option
Like a
to have
big
some
box
place to lay down for
set?
a while, despite the fact that he slept curled up with me 9 times out of 10.
Uh-huh.
Close to about 10 p.m. at night, Sandy looked straight at the wooden door and whined. I figured he needed to piss and opened the
Oh,
door.
wow. You just drop the P word like that. Do I have to edit that?
Too far for me. Instead, he just sat inside the door,
Okay.
not the forest edge beyond the path.
So he's just looking. This
And looked for a few
dog
minutes
doesn't seem like he's too happy with what he hears outside.
close to the cabin.
This guy doesn't take a breath at all, by the way. I might have to start talking over
It
him.
was fairly normal, and Sandy slept with me. The second night, I chalked the weirdness up to Sandy's stress. Earlier in the day, we'd been walking a few miles through the woods from the house, and I thought I heard the noise of twigs cracking under something heavy.
Okay.
I hoped
So
it wasn't a moose, because my shotgun wouldn't have stood a chance. But something
I'm assuming. Sorry, I'm pausing it. I'm assuming it was a lot of talking. I really couldn't really react properly to that. But yeah, because it's a story. That's why he does it. But yeah, it sounds like these sounds that he's hearing is not gonna be his a moose or anything that he think it is. It's probably gonna be a monster. Yep.
changed in Sandy that I didn't pay close attention to at the time. He hunched himself on his hind legs, his front pressed close to the ground, his mouth pulled up over his teeth. He growled toward nothingness.
Okay.
I figured we'd try hunting again later, if whatever it was had left, and should he be feeling up to it. But once we were inside, he didn't want
I should read a story.
even when I tried to get him to go outside.
I'm sorry. What do you guys think about me reading a story? Let me know in the comments section below. Do you guys want me to read a story? I can read one. I actually did read one. I might even put in the link in the description down below. Just saying.
outside and do his business. He just sat at the door and cried, wailing at me to let me know that he didn't want to go out there.
Oh.
I didn't pressure him. If he pissed on the floor, so be it.
Just you could just
Sandy
say
never acted up before. I could
you should probably take him to a vet.
It must have been a bear, I thought, before locking the door and calling it a night.
Okay.
The third night is where things went to hell. And I still don't fully understand what happened. Sandy didn't eat.
Here's the build-up.
I managed to shoot a rabbit early in the morning, when Sandy decided that he didn't want to go outside any longer than he had to, and retired inside for the day. I cooked it up, threw a little gravy on it, and gave it to my dog.
Okay.
I didn't do this all the time, but I figured now was a special occasion, maybe a treat would put him in a better mood.
No, it's not.
Sandy didn't touch it. He didn't so much as sniff at it. Instead,
The dog
he
is
sat at my side on the couch, watching
not in a happy mood. Scared.
him under one of my arms, and he laid his head on my lap, eyes still locked on that door.
Okay.
After 3 hours of watching grainy VHS tapes on an outdated television set, Sandy started crying. making
Don't
himself
cry.
Close to my body.
What about
my
his body?
judgment took me down the wrong path for the first time of many. It must sound silly, being my dog's protector rather than the dog being mine, but this was my family. I figured if that.
Okay, so I'm assuming the dog. Something's gonna happen to the dog. I mean, look at the title. I mean, we kind of know that there's something happening to the dog, or maybe it is the dog, but he ended up being transformed. I don't know what's gonna happen, but yeah, let's keep going.
There was something out there that was scaring Sandy so bad, then it was my job to do something about it. I got my gun.
Oh,
Opened the door.
get the gun, Kevin.
The doorway and waited. I must have waited at least half an hour.
Get the gun.
It's nothing. There was barely
You're gonna need that gun.
save for the faint buzz of insects
You want that gun.
rustling in the cold autumn wind. Moose aren't elegant creatures, and if it were a moose, I would have heard it coming.
It doesn't bellow. The moose don't bellow.
Sandy took off like a shot into the darkness of the trees beyond the path.
Oh, there he goes.
Barking loudly.
Sandy.
I started to get worried, despite my knowledge that my
Sandy's
dog
gone.
wasn't entirely helpless in the wilderness. There are still bigger animals that would have liked to take a bite out of him if there wasn't a lot of food. I heard Sandy's bark fade away in the distance. I
Wait,
waited hours,
you were
standing in the doorway with
Sandy, you were scared just a second ago. Why would you run out like that if the dog was scared and didn't want to eat? It's just, I don't know. That just seems kind of weird. The dog's not eating. You know, he's acting kind of strange. I mean, I guess it's easy for us to say now because we kind of know this is in the context of a creepypasta story. So I'm assuming that, something happened to the dog. But if you didn't know, maybe you should not have gone on the trip. Go back to the vet. Take him to the vet. Yeah, vet sounds good.
my shotgun cocked, ready to put down whatever it was that was waiting in the woods.
Shotgun.
I waited for hours.
Dude, what if you shoot the dog? Shotgun has a
The
spread.
sun was cracking through the trees.
The shotgun has a spread. Why would you do that?
I waited until
Your dog has been missing for 3 days, and you just what are you doing? What are you doing for these 3 whole days? Are you chilling? What are you doing for 3 days? 3 whole days. You just what are you doing? Your dog is gone, man. I don't know. Maybe get somebody else to help you find the dog. The dog is lost, obviously, right? So some of these are just goes against common sense.
at that point, and it was getting darker.
Yeah.
The night painting the sky navy blue, tracking over the last few days.
What does the color of the sky have to do with anything? We know it's night.
It was futile, and I started to get worried that I'd need to leave and find more provisions to last me the next few nights.
What about the dog?
I'd leave Sandy out there, lost in the woods, cold, probably hungry. The thought that he might be waiting out there for me to find him and bring him back home was distressing enough. I was packing things I'd need for the next day's trip. I figured tomorrow would be the last day before I'd go into town and see if my father would help me find Sandy. He was a retired...
Dude, you are chilling on a trip. Your dog goes missing for 3 days, and you just chilling. Did you look for him? I didn't even hear you look for... I looked for Sandy for 2 days, and I didn't hear any of that. He's just like, yeah, it's the last day of the trip. This and that. Crazy.
graying man, but I was sure if I brought up Sandy's name, he'd be more than willing to help me search for him. Thankfully, Sandy came back before I'd even finished that train of thought. I saw him from the window, on the path that led down to the main road.
Oh, you finally seen him.
2 feet away from the house.
Oh, be quiet.
I hear him scamper to the doorway.
You know he normally doesn't do. He doesn't go missing for 3 days, dude. He doesn't normally go feeding in the house. Yeah. He also doesn't go missing for 3 days.
The door a few times, eager to come in, but this was different. I could see the reflection of his eyes, his gray pearls, and the milky
Is it red?
swamped the house. For a moment, I thought it might be another animal, but the
Is it
outline
red?
of his body and the wisps of thick, low-lying clouds
Is it red?
was unmistakable.
Is
Still, despite myself,
red eyes?
I hesitated. There was something different about his body language. I stared out the window for a few moments.
Body language of a dog.
Overcame my gut instinct. Sandy could be hurt, I thought. Or worse.
He could be dead.
Flung the doorway open, but he didn't come right away.
No.
Instead, he stood there, watching.
You want to know why he stood there, dude? It's because you went missing for 3 days and you didn't come looking for him. That's why he's heated. He's just mad at you. There's nothing wrong with this dog. There's nothing wrong with this dog.
Watching me intently. When he didn't move, I whistled to him. Here, Sandy. I coaxed him toward the house.
Yeah, Sandy's coming all right.
The way he moved.
It's gonna take a bite right out of you.
It was as though
You deserve it.
his had been dislocated, and the angle of his paws changed direction with every step, as though he'd forgotten how to walk properly. His
Yeah, he
body
got
was bowed to the ground, but his teeth weren't bared. He didn't seem aggressive. The only way I could describe
What?
the look he gave me was sheepish, like he just got.
Sheepish. I'm pretty sure you mean heated. I don't think he looks sheepish. He's probably mad at you. He probably got mangled up, and you didn't look for him for 3 days. What were you? Were you drinking? What were you doing?
Gotten into something he wasn't supposed to, and I had yelled at him for it. I thought he might hurt himself hopping up onto the elevated step if he dislocated.
Rabies, all of that stuff just rolls in my mind. This guy's just like, oh, it's a member of the family. Yeah, a member of the family could actually have rabies. Just gotta help him. You ever put down a member of your family? This is getting dark. Hey, Hearthcard, you sent me a creepy pasta story, man. All right, it's going dark.
His hips, but he did just fine. His back half swung a little.
What?
Oddly enough.
What do you do? What are you talking about? Is this dog a doll or something? Like, is it a puppet stick? What do you mean his back half started swinging and stuff? What are you talking about? I can only now imagine a dog on a stick that you're just jostling around like a puppet, and I'm just like, is the dog not real? Is it being controlled on a string? What is going on here?
Paws almost folded underneath himself, but he didn't go sprawling. He sat on the step and didn't take his look off me.
This is hard to imagine.
I moved from the doorway completely, opened the door wide, and waited for him to walk in. Then he moved straight to his bed. He didn't stop at my hand or sniff at me. He didn't wait for pets or jump up on me like he used to.
Yeah, I would think it's not, because he...
Where he sat and watched me for quite some time afterwards. I returned to the movie at hand. I called him a few...
Did you just... so you back to regular life? Like, your dog comes back acting all crazy like that and go, oh, man. You don't see that and immediately think vet. Okay, trip over. The dog came back even though I was chilling out for 3 days, eating Cheetos and God knows what. The dog comes back, doesn't even walk like a normal dog, doesn't do what he normally does. And apparently his legs fold underneath himself and his back half swings, whatever that means. Doesn't say anything, doesn't talk, doesn't bark. And it just sits there. And you're like, oh man, I gotta get them to a vet. You're like, okay, let me finish the movie. Really?
A few times, but he didn't respond. His ears didn't so much as raise to the sound of my voice or the pat of my hand.
Yeah, he's
On the
sick.
couch beside me.
He's sick.
I'd missed my buddy, but I wasn't about to move him physically toward me.
What are you
2
talking
hours
about?
later, I went to bed.
This-
The more I think
What's to bed?
I don't recall him blinking once. He just sat there like a statue. And when I turned off the light, I could still see the reflection of Jade Green following me as I went into my room and shut the door.
Jade Green.
That I heard him walk in the night. The sound of nails clinking against the wooden floor coming up to the door of my room. But they were slow and deliberate. They weren't like the quick.
Slow and deliberate?
Realizing I'd gone to bed.
And the dog walks deliberately?
The noises stopped outside of my bedroom, but I didn't hear his whine. I thought nothing of it.
Did you think nothing of it? You thought nothing of it, You must have thought something of it because you're saying what you're thinking of it.
I fell into a deep sleep. I figured it must have been a dream. Sandy
Thought nothing of it. Come on. I'm sorry. I can't get off of that. Oh, my dog started doing all this stuff.
was still sitting in the upright position I left him in when I went to bed. It was as though he didn't move a muscle the entire night.
Oh, but I heard him.
Second morning, he didn't so much as wag his tail. He did follow me into the kitchen, but he paused at the doorway when I put his bowl down on the
Dude,
floor.
he's sick.
Supermarket dog food. Once again.
He's sick. Why are you acting like he's supposed to be normal? He's missing for 3 days. You said this kind of thing never happened before. So you chilling out. This not right.
His back has.
See, but we are back. We are back and ready to rock and or roll with this. What happened was half of it. Oh gosh, a good half too. Ended up getting destroyed. I didn't say destroyed. It was pretty much just ran out of space. Yeah. Support the Super Sub Squad today. Whoa. We're not ready yet. All right. Boop.
His back half moved weirdly as he slowly made his way toward me.
Oh, jeez.
There was a nagging feeling that something was off-putting about the way he looked that day.
What's going on?
It was like he'd gotten a little longer overnight.
Yeah, he's getting
like
longer.
He was walking to the door the night before. He didn't come into the kitchen.
Yeah, he's turning into like a wiener dog, essentially. Getting longer. I thought for a second when he said looked longer, like he looked, like vision-wise, he verbally looked at something. He stared at you for longer than he normally does, but turns out, wiener dog.
I figured he must have been hungry being out in the wild for so long, but he eyed me like he was waiting for me to come a little closer rather than touch the food.
Oh man, why does he want you to come closer?
After a few moments of this staring contest between me
you don't even want to pet your dog? What's wrong?
I called off that foolishness and called out his name loudly.
Call out that foolishness.
It's not even a flinch.
Ridiculous.
I didn't want to move closer to my dog in order to leave the kitchen. But this was my Sandy, and the most damage he'd ever done was eat flies. Sure enough, as I passed him, he turned, and his body swayed unnaturally.
Yeah. He's got like a swaying body. So, heads up, guys. I reacted to this, but it did not record because I ran out of space. So, yeah, I kind of know what happened. I may or may not leave this part in here, incriminating evidence. Yeah, but yeah, it's something else. It's something else. I'll still react with you guys.
He didn't move toward me. When I left that day, I couldn't find anything. The deer tracks in the mud were made a few days prior and went cold off naturally made trails through the woods.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear bugs or birds and even the howl of a nearby coyote.
So something strange is happening. Essentially, no sound. No, nothing. He himself is not sure of what's happening. Why isn't there any sound? Although, I didn't seem to get this in the very beginning of it because it seemed like everything was normal. That, he thought you went out there for the peace and quiet. No, that's too quiet. Suddenly.
Sounds from miles away from the campsite were my own breathing. And the sound of crunching leaves underneath my feet.
Yeah.
When the sun set.
Well, that sounds normal. Okay, yeah, that's what. Sometimes people don't have anything to say. Sometimes birds go quiet, okay?
To set, I started making my way back, but I should have just packed my shit and left.
Jeez.
Just behind a cluster of trees, with the house just visible enough beyond the rise. I figured I found out the reason why the animals had abandoned this place. Generally, when there are mass animal deaths,
Here we go.
It usually means that something is wrong in the area of the slaughter, and wildlife are usually smart enough to get the hell out of Dodge. Even cats are bred instinctively to not like drinking water that is close to where their food is.
Why?
If you saw a dead animal close to the stream, you'd realize the stream was tainted and find another water source.
Okay, I guess a body.
Hundreds of squirrels were disemboweled and strewn.
I thought if things roll through a stream, it would be better for you instead of like still water. Because, still water, has a better chance of containing parasites. And I thought that running water, you'd have a less chance. So I thought streams were good. They're flowing water.
Across the grass in an almost perfect circle. Most of them were skinned. When I turned to heave up the contents of my stomach, I saw there were dozens that were inside out.
Yeah, inside out
I couldn't
animals.
help but vomit repeatedly as I tried my best to walk through the circle.
Now, see, here's the thing that got me. Dude, you're a hunter, right? You go hunting out with your dog. That's what you're doing. You're not just a regular guy, right? You're not just out there to enjoy nature. Why are the innards and outwards of little animals disgusting to you? Because as far as I know, when you go hunting, at least most people, correct me if I'm wrong, but they are not unfamiliar with the innards of animals, because when you hunt them, you hunt animals, okay, you are doing it to, a lot of people do it for the thrill, they do it for the, the chase and all that, but a lot of people also, probably not even half, I would think that people do it to eat. So I'm trying to roll up to that. You're eating it. You're eating the animal. That means you are the body of the animal. It's no longer living. So you are opening it up, eating it, skinning it. Sometimes people like to make, back like in the olden days, make clothes out of it. So yeah, you're gonna see that. So I don't understand why this is bothering him so much. I didn't understand, didn't understand it at all.
Tiny organs and mashed up bodies, not just over the sight, but because the smell was ungodly.
Yeah, he said
I don't know
smell.
how long they've been out there, but if I'd stumbled across this sooner, I'd have left her.
I'm sorry, but you don't know what I mean. How bad does it have to be for you to vomit? I mean, I think at some point it'll be decomposing at that point, right? And I don't know. I don't know if the smell. Maybe if the smell was like enclosed inside like a deep freezer and the meat went bad, maybe then, because it has nowhere else to go. But if you're out there in the woods, I would assume it's not gonna permeate to smell that bad because it would have decomposed by then. But all right, it's your story.
Sandy in tow immediately after.
Aren't I horrible? Sorry. I might have not said this earlier, but I am not doing this to the reader. I am not criticizing the reader. I'm criticizing the actual story itself. The story, possibly the story writer. But yeah, no, the reader's doing fine. The reader's doing a good job. Very believable. Very, very good. Good job.
Gradually, the body stopped and delved off into a random dead squirrel here or there. The biggest thing I managed to find just a few feet off the unholy feeding ground was a deer.
Unholy feeding ground.
Something had decided to skin it alive from head to neck and drape some of the skin over a branch like someone was tanning the hide. I don't know how long it had been there, but it smelled like it had been dead for quite some time, despite the fact that there wasn't a single fly.
Jeez Louise, calm down.
It had been cut off clean.
Hey, I mean, okay, so you can tell by the smell that it's been dead for some time, and it's weird because you don't see flies or maggots. So I get that. I guess that would be weird to me too.
Above the shoulders, and then I realized the organs had been removed. I moved from a walking pace through the forest to a jog. Thankfully, the cabin wasn't too far.
Should have been a sprint.
I heaved one final time, wiped my mouth off from the back of my sleeve, and looked up to the house to see Sandy watching me from the window. I tried to reason with myself to tell myself that Sandy's odd behavior could have been trauma. I know it's stupid to think of it now.
Trauma.
At the time, it was the only reasonable explanation I had to keep myself from going insane. Sandy had realized there was something up with this place, and the second he noticed it, I should have paid attention to the warning and taken off back into town.
Yeah, that's horrible. He should have did that. He should have. I don't understand when, your dog comes back looking like that. I mean, granted, what most people probably saw this now, but it's like, okay, take him to a vet.
Once the door was shut behind me, I started packing the food and essentials back into the boxes, moving quickly to try to get my things into the truck before night.
Take him to the vet.
It'd be dangerous to try and maneuver my way through the trails at night.
I would have risked it. Risked it. Nice and slow. Go slow.
The hills of Kelly's Mountain were steep, and in pitch darkness, with my only companion being my headlights, it would have been easy to slide off in the ravine and never be heard from again. I didn't want to stay one more night, but I had no choice. I had just gotten back to the house, just moments before the sun finally receded past the horizon, and we were bathed in a navy blue sky once again. I didn't pay attention to Sandy. He just sat in his bed and watched me pack.
Poor Sandy.
I figured no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
I'd throw his stuff in the truck in the morning and we'd be back in town before night the next day.
Okay.
Glancing at him for just a moment, it was a passing thought that he was looking a little longer today.
And I realized, looking a little bit longer, I'm like, oh, he seems a bit taller. A little bit lankier. Wonder what's going on. And I think it's unfortunate. I did end up losing some data. But at this point, I had thought the squirrels, did he have something that the squirrels had where, he's getting longer and he's going to pop like a freaking balloon? Hopefully not.
And
but
when I went to bed, It was hard getting to sleep.
How on earth could you go back to bed after all this? How could you do that? How could you go back to bed? I couldn't. There's no freaking way I'm going to bed. I'm going out into the night. I'm buckling my dog up in the passenger seat, you know, and you know, doing it, taking a chance, letting my friends and family know something's wrong.
Next few hours.
Oh yeah, I remember this part. Yeah. The whistling.
It must have been close to 4 or 5 in the morning when I heard it. It was the sound of whistling.
Yep.
The same whistle I used to call my dog. I broke out into a cold sweat when I realized that whoever slaughtered those squirrels and hung up that skin and left what he didn't need could have very well broken into my house.
and then you realize that. And then you realize that at 5 o'clock in the morning, so, whoa, I might be in danger here. Like, you should have been thought about that. You should have been thought about it.
It didn't make a sound as I opened it slowly.
Come on, man.
Thankfully. I waited for a moment, listening to someone call my dog for a few more seconds before I dared poke my head out the door frame to get a good look at whoever it was that could have hurt Sandy. The outside door was open.
Oh my
All
goodness.
I saw was the back half of Sandy, too long and lanky, almost coiled around the back of the door.
Wait, how
His
the
front
back
half
of the
was
door?
outside. Whatever it was that was impersonating my dog, it was whistling slowly, calling for Sandy.
Dogs don't whistle, and you know, they bark, they don't talk. Yeah, they don't even have the lips to whistle, so you kind of gotta wonder, this is probably some evil shapeshifter, and it's not his dog.
When I could have sworn that it hunched down to the ground again and said, in the most ungodly voice I've ever heard.
When I first heard this, I laughed my butt off. It was pretty funny. I'm sorry. It was funny. I think that I think that's funny. I don't know why. It just made me laugh. Oh, why is this funny?
I closed the door just as softly as I'd opened it. I don't know how long I waited with my back pressed up against the door.
Wow, so you just chilling out?
I left my gun in my bag on my coat rack. I know.
Why did you do that? Why did you leave your gun? I'm sorry, sir. If you're that frightened, my gun is staying right by my side. I'm sleeping under my pillow. Or if I felt really, you know, daring, I would put it in the nightstand. If I felt like that. But why? Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
No, I didn't sleep. I waited until I saw the sun break over the horizon, and then waited some more until it must have been midday.
Wow.
And I finally got the balls to open the door again and make a break for it. I wouldn't die in that place. Sandy was gone. The door was open.
Yeah.
His food was untouched, but the fridge was open, and all the meat was gone.
Oh wow, this thing's eating meat.
I didn't bother packing his stuff. I just threw my bag over my shoulder, made my way to the floor just fast as I could.
Go.
And turned on the ignition.
Go, man.
I couldn't describe the feeling that overcame me as I realized that I'd have to leave Sandy in this place.
Yeah.
The thought that he could be dead was never a thought in my mind.
Oh, wow.
I didn't think I could cope with the knowledge that whatever I allowed in my house
was not your dog.
Whoever disemboweled those animals.
Not your dog.
Could have done the same to him.
And the same to you. It would have definitely did the same thing to you. It was trying to be you. I'm guessing Sandy must have been alive. Now that I've like rewatched this, Sandy must have been alive. Because it was still trying to get Sandy, this evil shapeshifter. It's trying to become him. It's trying to become the. I guess it made contact with the dog, so it had enough knowledge of the dog to try to transform it into, you know, Sandy itself to make it look like Sandy, and then try to say, hey, main character, I'm your dog. And now that I know who you are, I'm going to try to impersonate you, call the dog at the same time. It was kind of sloppy. That's a pretty sloppy job by the shapeshifter. Come on, man. You gotta, you know, get it together, you know?
Paths and the roads as fast as I possibly could without veering off the cliffs. I felt like I was turning in circles down this labyrinth that would take me back to that house, but when I reached the pavement on the stretch of road that led back to town, I felt relief wash over me.
Should have floored
thinking I was safe.
Thank you.
Just as I was pulling off into the cement,
Oh, jeez.
I felt something hard hit the back windshield, sending broken glass into
Jeez
the passenger
Louise.
seat. I only got a glimpse of the deer's decapitated head catching on the broken glass and tumbling into the back seat.
This is where I laughed. I laughed my butt off because it was just like, yeah, random evil like thing just gets real rude and just just chucks a deer head right into the freaking car. I just thought that was hilarious. I don't know why. I just thought it was really funny. Why? It's just something a human would do. It's like, yeah, take that. Why did you do that? Well, time to burn the car, right? I mean, am I right? Burn the car. It's done. It's over. That car is cursed.
I cried for most of the way home. I was clenching the steering wheel so hard my knuckles were white. I wish I could leave this with a positive note.
Oh, goodness.
I wish I could tell you that I found Sandy at home.
Goodness gracious, gravy.
I wish I could tell you that it was the end of it. A traumatizing experience in the woods.
The end of it? What's going on?
That I'll get over with time. Last night I found it hard to sleep. I kept replaying the entirety of my trip to Kelly's Mountain in my head.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's traumatizing.
I'd be sleeping for a while and laid there.
Yeah.
Listening to the wind through my open window.
Yeah, right. See, this is why I laughed also at this point, because why on earth would you ever leave your windows open again? I would never. I don't even believe in open windows. I don't believe in open windows at all. Ever. Don't ever open a window. Ever.
I could have sworn that I heard the whistle I used to call my dog with, coming from the forest edge.
Yep. It's you now.
If you go on trips with your dog, I advise you don't let them out of your sight for too long.
How about ever?
Back might not be your dog.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so yeah, that's the end of it. Unfortunately, guys, you may realize I talk about like how I knew the story. I did not know the story until I watched the entire thing. Oh boy, yeah. Shout out to come on now, don't do this to me. Shout out to the Dark Somnium. The Dark Somnium is the person who looks like they read this. I don't know if they actually did this, but oh, he did a no sleep subreddit, and apparently that's what he did. The original post of the story, I'm actually gonna post the original post in the story and the link in the description below for the Reddit. And yeah, so that way you guys know, who I'm covering, and give credit to where credit is due, because it's very important. I'm not saying I'm perfect all the time, but sometimes, I miss out on giving credit to people, and I really need to stop doing that. It's not on purpose, I assure you. There's so much going on. I love doing this, by the way. By this, I mean doing videos. I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. So yeah, I mean, if you guys want to hear kind of, my take on it, I just think like, I'm assuming he may still be hearing the whistle, not because it's traumatizing, but because the dog is still there. And by the dog, I mean the shapeshifter. It's trying to become him, still looking for Sandy. Poor Sandy. I mean, that guy is an incompetent dog owner at this point. I mean, anybody. I mean, not even an incompetent dog owner, but just somebody who should know better. Huh? Whoa! Did somebody just subscribe? What the? Huh? What is Manka, subscribe to the super channel. What? Thank you so much for subscribing, Manka. Dude, you just did that. Oh, by the way, this is a perfect thing. Whoever subscribes, and this is crazy. I'm not online, by the way. The alerts come through even while I'm recording this. If somebody subscribes while I'm streaming or while I'm doing this, they will get a thank you banner. You'll get a shout out. It looked like it was Manka. If I'll change it. I only saw the end of it because I heard. So that's what is it? Kazooie? And before I know it, yes, it was Kazooie. Yes, thank you so much for subscribing, everybody. Thank you. But yeah, that was awesome. But yeah, I think the real life lesson is look after your pets. Don't let them roam free, because bad things could happen to them and you. So, yeah, thank you so much, Hearthcard Maker. And by the way, if you do want to submit anything, it could be an Android game. We're working on Switch games. Look at I'm setting up something here that's going to help us to where you guys will be able to get a closer view and have more control over the channel. And I'll be able to give you the content that you really want to see. because there's so much going on right now, you guys, and I'm so excited about it. But it's really hard for me to keep up and try to stay on track and be able to prioritize everything. All of your requests are important. I want to put that out there right now. But this just gives me a systematic way to keep everything in front of me. And you guys also to a chance to support the Super Channel at the same time, if you want to, in that way. It's not, the subscriptions are definitely huge. I don't want to downplay this at all. The subscriptions are a huge way of supporting the Super Channel. Liking the video is a huge way of supporting the Super Channel. Sharing the video is a huge way of supporting the Super Channel. And watching the video from end to end is a huge way of supporting the Super Channel. If you are doing those things, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I thank you. And I'm happy that you're here. This is just another avenue where people can have the option to support me. And I'm just letting people know about that. That's all. That's all I'm doing. Just, hey, you guys, if this is something that's up your alley, I'm right here. I'm here. And it's going to help shape the Super Channel to get people to see the things that they really, really, really want to see from me. And I'm so happy that you guys are excited. I'm so happy that you guys like the videos. That's what I've been wanting to do. And that's all that I can really ask for. And of myself, for you guys to like the videos. And you guys like the videos, that makes me happy. But yeah, if you guys have any more requests, I can react to it as best as I can, and I'll do my best to credit everyone with this. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for requesting this, and maybe I should do more of it. At any rate, that's enough rambling for me. Thank you so much for tuning in to TeeTekTrab. Again, that is TeeTekTrab signing out with another reaction video. If you guys want to see more of this, don't forget to subscribe, like, share the video, and hit the bell that's usually on the YouTubes that I can't pull up right now. If I did it, yeah, and then I hit this bell right here, yeah, there you go. I just subscribed to the Dark Somnium. Okay, you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and bye. Creepypasta.